Hey guys, it's Nija. So today's video is going to be super exciting because I'm going to tell you how to manifest money plain and simple. Okay, this is my money manifesting blueprint. I have almost, I want to say, what is the word? I've almost mastered it. Okay, I've put these tips to work for myself and I promise you I have seen the return. I've seen my finances increase. I've seen money come to me from all kinds of crazy places. So if this video topic interests you, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, especially if you're going to be putting any of these tips into action. And if it's your first time seeing my face, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, become a beautiful by hitting the bell notifications. All right, you guys, let's get started. Our money manifesting blueprint. Alright you guys, so I wanted to preface this video by saying this. Money manifestation is literally just your ability to create, okay? That is all money manifesting is. That is all the ability to create and generate income is. Your ability to create, okay? And how do we create? We create with our mind. We create with our imagination, okay? When I tell you guys that money is an unlimited resource, this is why I'm saying this. Because if thoughts become things, and if we must create first with our mind, with our imagination, okay, that means that we can create in our mind and generate the ways and ideas of how we're going to make the money. Therefore, of course, money is an unlimited resource, not the paper money, meaning like the trees are unlimited. No, the trees are limited, but our ability to generate wealth for ourselves, our ability to generate money for ourselves is an unlimited resource. Why? Because they come from our thoughts. Okay, and there's no limit on the amount of thoughts we're able to have. There's no limit on the amount of ideas we're able to have. Okay, so when you're thinking about manifesting money, don't make it so hard, don't make it so difficult. It's literally just testing your ability to be creative. It's testing your ability to generate ideas that turn into things, which in this case is wealth. So it's really not difficult at all when you think about it in that way. Money is an unlimited resource because our thoughts and ideas are unlimited. We can always have them. We can always cultivate them. We could always turn our thoughts into action and into ideas. Okay, you guys? So keep that in mind. Had to preface the video with that knowledge. So you guys, since we now realize that we create the wealth that we want first in our mind and our thoughts with our ideas, you want to give yourself the money that you want to create today. How do we do that? You give it to yourself in the ethers. You give it to yourself in the imagination. So step number one, it's most important to know what you want. How much do you want? Now, this is only important when manifesting money. There's a difference between manifesting money and manifesting wealth. So money is just going to give you, like if you're in your head, you're like, I want to buy a new camera lens, okay? Now you know how much you need because you can go on Amazon, see how much the camera lens is, and now you have a dollar amount. That's manifesting for money. Manifesting for wealth is actually manifesting with your mindset, changing your mindset to believe that money is constantly coming to you, constantly moving to you, constantly en route to you, constantly circulating through you, okay? So that's the difference kind of between manifesting money and manifesting wealth. Today we're focusing on manifesting money, which is why it's okay to know the exact dollar amount that you want to have. Why is it important to know the exact dollar amount? Because this is going to help us to zero in and focus on the avenues and ways that we can create the money with our minds. So first and foremost, you're going to give yourself the money in the ethers. Give yourself the money in the dark. Give yourself the money in your thoughts. Use your imagination to imagine yourself receiving this money. So let's just give an example. We want to manifest $1,000. So you would give yourself $1,000 first in your thoughts, in your mind, in your mental. How do we do this? Through visualization. You want to close your eyes and imagine the money that you want to see in your bank account. So for me, if I wanted to see $1,000 in my bank account, I'd close my eyes and visualize my bank account. I would like see in my vision the name of the institute where my money is. I see the number amount of how much I want, and it's next to my checking account. So you want to know where the money is going. Can you envision, is the money going into your checking or your savings? When you close your eyes in your mind's eye, what does that money look like? Where is it located? Okay, you also want to imagine the avenues that the money is going to come from. So we're going to get into how to generate those avenues or how to create those idea making avenues, but first you just want to envision what feels good to you, like in your mind. When you imagine yourself making money, where does the money come from, okay? What do you see yourself doing to generate that money? And that's gonna help you with our next step, creating the avenues. So first and foremost, envision yourself receiving the money. Give yourself the money in the ethers. And then also back that up by praying to your higher self, to God, to universe, to your angels and ancestors, and let them know your intention. This is your spiritual team that's working behind the scenes with you. You guys are collaborating together, you're co-creating together to bring to you your desires. Why would they want to conspire in your favor? Because at birth, when we're born, we are assigned spirit guides, we're assigned angels, we're, you know, assigned God, we're assigned the universe, and essentially they are our backings. They want to support us. They want to make sure that we cultivate everything we can and need to out of this life so that we can live in our truest form, so that we can experience our highest expression, okay? So that is why they have your best interest. That's why they want to conspire with you, all right? So make sure that you use every single force. Use your imagination to give yourself the money, and then also pray to your guides and make sure that they're on board with what you want as well, so that they can be working in the background on your behalf. Okay, step number 2 when it comes to manifesting this money, next you want to reprogram your subconscious mind. Why would we want to do that? Well, maybe you're coming from a program where you never really believed that you could have the money that you're asking for so instantaneously. So, you know, maybe like growing up, you know, you never saw your parents make $1,000 in a day, and so you don't believe you can make $1,000 in a day. Or, you know, maybe you just never had the amount of money that you're asking for before, and you know, you find it hard to believe that you really can have that. That is why we must reprogram our subconscious mind. And the easiest way that I find to reprogram my subconscious mind is through the use of affirmations, you guys. I'm currently obsessed with affirmations. Like, I listen to affirmations like I'm drinking water. Like, I listen to affirmations like I breathe in air. Like, I try to have that stuff playing on repeat in the background at all times. I always want to reprogram my subconscious mind to believe the positive things about money that I want it to believe. So some really great resources, and I'll try and link them down below in the description box if I can remember as well. The YouTube channel You Are Creators, he's got some really amazing affirmations and he gives them away for free. They are like an hour long, 2 hours long, 3 hours long, all the way up to 8 hours long, so that you can listen to them in your sleep. I will list my favorite ones down below in the description box. Another place that you can find affirmations, they're all over YouTube, of course. Just type in money manifesting affirmations, okay? Make sure that they're at least an hour long so that you can play them in the background. So what I do is, like, while I'm sleeping, I might play my affirmations in the background, or while I'm doing monotonous tasks around the house like washing dishes or like picking up around the room, I'll have them playing on the background. If I'm working on my computer, I'll have my affirmations playing in the background. Why? Because the affirmations are kicking out those old subconscious beliefs that tell us I'm in lack, I'm not gonna have enough, I have to work really hard to make this money. You know, all the negative self-talk that we give ourselves that are programmed into our DNA from childhood, you know, from seeing the way our parents interact with money, from seeing the way people around us interact with money. That stuff is stored in our DNA. We have to uninstall those old programs so that we can unblock our money-making skills, okay? So the way that we do that is just simply by listening to 2 affirmations. The more affirmations you listen to, the faster you're going to kick out those old money manifesting beliefs that no longer serve you, okay? If you want to become a money generating engine, you have to first believe that you can do it. The way to increase that belief is through your affirmations. Speak your affirmations, say them in the morning, at night, always listen to them, and that is going to help raise your vibration, lift your frequency, but also help you to understand that you can manifest whatever you want, and money is included. It's not off the table, okay? So definitely listen to your affirmations. Okay, so step number 3 is to create the avenues in which your money will come to you. So even if the money doesn't come in the avenues you create, the fact is we want to have the avenues set up so that it opens up opportunity for the universe to bless us in all of these different ways, okay? So what do I mean by that? You want to have at least 3 avenues of how you'll make the money. So for me, I'll give you guys an example. I'll have 1, my coaching business, 2, my online store Shop Simply, and then 3, my Patreon, where you guys can pay for content, okay? So those are 3 avenues that I could create to make money. Same as you. Think about anything that you love or anything that you're passionate, and then find a way to monetize it. So if you're interested in DIYs, you love to make your own clothing, you know, maybe one of the avenues for you could be to make an online store to create clothing for other people. Or maybe like if you have a YouTube channel too, or if you have a blog too, you know, create content for people to watch, and maybe you have Google AdSense connected to that, or maybe you have different ways in your YouTube channel that you make money, maybe through donations or anything like that. For those of you guys who are using YouTube as one of your avenues of making money, I've recently posted a video, 5 ways I make money on YouTube. That could be a helpful resource for how you can generate some income in that avenue. Okay, and then 3rd avenue for me that I'm going to bring up is Patreon, which is actually one of the 5 ways I make money on YouTube as well, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to make it another avenue. Okay, so I've created 3 avenues of how I make money. That is what you want to do. Think of 3 ways you can make money, and honestly, the more ways you can make money, the faster the money will probably come to you. But I say to do 3 because honestly, creating one avenue just isn't going to be enough. If you can spread your energy and spread your resources to be able to create 3 different avenues, 1, that's going to be long-term wealth for you, and 2, that's just going to be an easier way for your angels, your guides, to send that money to you. Okay, we can't just ask for money and not do anything to receive it. Okay, so even though you've received money not even through those 3 avenues, you might still receive the money that you're asking from a completely random avenue. But the fact is, we're setting up 3 avenues. That's our way of telling the universe, yes, this is what I want, this is what I'm prepared to give up or to do to receive it. Okay, so this is just making it easier for the universe to read you. Oh, she said she wants $1,000. Oh, she's also putting in work to receive that $1,000. Awesome. I can bless her with what she's asking for, okay? So I hope that makes sense. Make sure that you create and generate some avenues to receiving money. This could be you starting a business. This could be you working a job. I don't know. But I always say make sure it's doing something that you love, because your energy and your frequency is going to be high around whatever it is that you're doing. Therefore, it's going to be easier for you to be blessed with that money because your energy is high. And when you have high energy, you're able to receive money, finances, and wealth. Okay, you guys? So number 3, generate some avenues to receiving the money that you want. Okay, step number 4, how you manifest money. Now that we've created the avenues to receive the money, it's time to put in energy into these avenues. So every avenue you've created, make sure you're putting in an adequate amount of energy into it. So if you say you want to manifest $1,000, you need to be putting in $1,000 worth of energy into each avenue, not just one avenue, into each avenue. So for me, if I want to manifest $1,000 and I'm using YouTube as one of my ways of making the money, I want to make sure that I'm putting out $1,000 worth of content for people to have, okay? And this is you putting in the energy. So once you put in the energy, okay, let me say it like this. Every time you're putting in energy into one of these avenues, that's you making a deposit. It's you making a deposit into the ethers, okay, if you will. So think about every time you put out a video, you're making a deposit into the ethers, okay? That deposit is sitting up there waiting for you to cash out, okay? That's how you get your money. That's how you get your return, okay? So after you're done making those deposits, now you're due for a return. You're expecting a return. You can now expect return because you've put in those deposits. Now, like I said, just because you put in deposits into your YouTube videos doesn't mean that you have to make that $1,000 via your YouTube, but because you've put in the energy into something that you love, the energy is coming back from somewhere, okay? That $1,000 worth of energy is coming back somewhere. It's not your responsibility to know where, it's just your responsibility to line it up so that it has somewhere to come from, okay? I hope that makes sense. So put in the energy. Whatever you're expecting, whether it's $500, $1,000, $10,000, $10,000. You have to put out the equal amount of energy and not in dollar form. So if I'm trying to manifest $1,000 and I'm putting in $1,000 worth of energy, I'm going to try to reach 1,000 people. That's a good goal. So maybe I put out enough videos to, or maybe I put out 10 videos and each video gets 100 views. That's 1,000 people. Hopefully I can do math, right? I hope so. Okay, that's 1,000 people. That's 1,000 people worth of energy. Now I can expect to return, or expect the return on my $1,000. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So put in energy into the avenues, okay? You must put in energy into the avenues, okay? It's not just, I want $1,000. Okay, cool, let me receive it now. You have to put in energy in some form, okay? And if you're smart, that energy is going to equal the amount of return that you're trying to get, all right? Okay, here's tip number 5. So after you've put in the energy, now you must give to receive. You must give to receive. Okay, so it's just like in church when they tell us we need to pay 10%. We need to tithe. Okay, I'm not telling you to go to church to tithe. I'm telling you to give every time something feeds you. So maybe you watch a YouTuber who really feeds you spiritually, or really feeds you good ideas, or you feel positive and encouraged after you watch that YouTube channel. Look to see if they have like donations, or their Patreon or a PayPal or Cash App link, and give back to them. It doesn't matter how much you give. It's all about your intention, okay? If you feel inspired to give, that's who you give to, because the return is going to be greater. If you give and they haven't really done anything to help you, or to help the world, or to help the environment, or anything like that, the gift is kind of in vain. So it's just like when you're sitting up in church and they say, okay, it's time to tithe, everybody pull out your 10%, but you haven't really received anything from the church, or like they haven't really like inspired you, or they haven't really, you know, done anything to make you feel like your ignition has been lit, or your light has been lit, that's a waste of your 10%. So only give to people who inspire you, and it doesn't really have to be 10%. Anything you give is going to suffice, but once you really start to get into the habit of giving, try to bring yourself up to 10% of whatever it is of your income. Or maybe like someone gave you $20, you know, give 10% by giving $2 to someone who inspires you, someone who encourages you, someone who gives you life. It could even be your family members, your family, or your friends. You know, I have a girlfriend who every time I want to receive, I bless her by giving to her, you know? And it's never anything super huge. Like sometimes I'll feel inspired and give to her, it's super huge, but sometimes I'm just like, $2.22 I'll send to her, or $5.55 I'll send to her. And when she receives that, she knows what it means. She knows I'm trying to manifest some money. So maybe find a friend who you can start sewing into, find a family member you can start sewing into, find some influencers or creators who really give to the community who you can give back to, and I promise you, you're going to see a return. Now, why does this work? Why does it work like this? Because if you want to receive, you have to first give. That means that, so imagine the portal that you receive money through is like a bowel movement, or like your intestines, okay? If you're blocked up, if you're constipated, that means that you are very stingy with your money. You're afraid to give it out, and you probably don't receive very much, and that's why you're stingy, okay? When you start to give, that loosens up that blocked up bowel, okay? That opens up the portal to receive, because you're sending out finances, but you can also receive through that portal as well, okay? So the more you send out, that's like sending out a beacon of light to you know, your angels, your guides, to how you manifest money. It's sending out a beacon of light saying, hey, I'm abundant, I have more than enough, I'm not afraid to get to bless others with my finances. I'm not afraid to, therefore they're not going to be afraid to bless you back in return, okay? You must give to receive. The easiest way to receive is to first give. You might receive it back in a few hours, you might receive it back in a day, you know? You don't know how long it's going to take for you to receive it back. But I know every time I have given in the past, I receive it back within hours, within minutes, within days, you know? Like it's really amazing. So you have to give to receive. I promise you, you will see it back, and you will receive much more than you even gave out. That's why it's so important to listen to your affirmations, because it's going to remind you that every time you circulate your money, it's going to come back to you 3 times fold, 10 times fold. But listening to your affirmations will help to program your mind to see it that way. All right? All right, you guys, my tip number 6, my final tip on how to manifest money, the manifesting money blueprint. What is tip number 6? It is to expect what you are asking for every day until it comes. Expect it. Live in expectancy for what you want, for what you deserve, for what you're manifesting, okay? Because if you're not expecting it to come, how are you believing that it's gonna happen? How are you believing that it's gonna come to you if you're not expecting it? It doesn't make sense, okay? So once you make it up in your mind that you want $1,000, you better get excited as heck. You better get giddy. You better feel incredible. Why? Because that money is coming to you. Why? Because you're not gonna give up. Every day you're going to expect that money. Every day you're gonna listen to your affirmations. Every day you're going to give in some form until what you want comes to you, okay? So once you make that decision that you're gonna manifest a certain amount of money, you better get excited because you're gonna get exactly what you're asking for and then some, all right? Follow these tips, you guys. Expect what you want. Expect it every single day. Get excited, get giddy. Say thank you to your angels. Say thank you to the universe. Say thank you to God. Thank you to your ancestors for conspiring with you, for cultivating what you want, for bringing it out of the ethers and bringing it to you, okay? Get excited, feel incredible, okay? Feel inspired, feel amazed, you know? Walk in that frequency that I'm getting what I want, okay? When I know I'm getting what I want, I feel relaxed. I feel calm. I feel confident. I feel amazing. I feel incredible. And that is how you should feel with your money manifesting, okay? If you're not excited, how can you believe it's gonna come to you? If you're not happy about it, how can you believe it's really yours, all right? So get excited, feel inspired, know that the money that you're asking for is coming to you, and that, my friends, is how you manifest money. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Give this video a thumbs up if you're going to use any of the tips that I mentioned in this video. And just keep in mind that you guys can receive extra exclusive money manifesting content on my Patreon account. So make sure you go to patreon.com/Nija Sym so that you can become a patron and receive all the exclusive content that I give out to help you manifest money, honey. Alright, you guys, I do offer coaching services as well. If you ever are in need of a motivational coach to help you manifest money or to help you create your dream job in life, you know, whatever you need my help for, go to nijasym.com/coaching. And okay, that's all the announcements. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.